The application process can make or break a carrier. Bad app processes showed up over and over as a reason agents avoid carriers. And what do agents want, as listed as they did in the survey? Clean e-apps. They want an e-app that's easy to understand. It's not confusing. Obviously, what they want is somebody who's obviously designed the e-app and has worked on it a multitude of times to make it easy for the end user to complete, meaning you, the agent. Okay, we've seen, if you've been in this business long enough, applications that are confusing. It's not clear if you need to add something or not. And these are not hard things to fix. But again, the carriers, a lot of the times, they just don't understand this process intuitively or have a team that really works with the agent to develop an intuitively based application. To be very careful with who you use. Make sure the e-apps are very easy to understand. Fewer underwriting back and forths, same thing as described earlier, and minimal resubmissions. Again, a takeaway here is agents will abandon a carrier purely over friction. Even when everything else is good, you can have great underwriting, you can have great pricing. But if the application process is difficult or is either on the end of the agent or on the end of the client, you just won't see as much business done. Perfect example of this, we love Mutual of Omaha. Problem with Mutual of Omaha is that you have to rely on the client to do some level of DocuSign, and there's a multi-signature process that can befuddle a senior client of ours. So we only use that if we feel the client is cognizant enough to complete the application, and if it's an absolute must. And we would love to write. I know many agents would love to write Mutual of Omaha more if it was a little bit easier to complete as far as the application goes. If you're looking to sell life insurance remotely and take advantage of high quality free leads, then check out my agency, the DIG Agency, by going to daviddufour.com or clicking the link below. Issue age and coverage flexibility are silent kingmakers. In other words, agents repeatedly reference higher issue ages. So agents really like it when you can issue coverage at 8 to 85 or even 90. Like Aetna is a really good product. It'll go up to age 89. And it's those circumstances where it makes sense. And then GTL will go up to age 90 with their Heritage product. Flexible face amounts, having really low amounts of coverage available for like cremation type policies, all the way up to like 30, 40, 50,000 of coverage. We see more carriers that are offering that. That's always useful. And then broader approval windows, of course, meaning, we're not looking back 5 years or have you ever had any of the conditions, like stuff that has, I would say, narrow application and getting approval, because again, the longer period of time you look for, the harder it is to actually apply for it. And of course, the carriers have to have some limits on what they accept as underwriting, but having some flexibility there is always a good thing. Carriers that can place older, riskier clients win long-term loyalty from producers. Again, what we find too, that agents really like to use about, if let's say you have 10 carriers, an agent will probably use 3 to maybe 5 of those carriers 90% of the time. And of those 5, 3 of them will be used probably in totality 60 to 70% of the time. So there's 3 of those, and then of those 3, probably one is about 40 to 50%. So again, that one that can do a lot of these major things at a high level are usually the ones that are rewarded with a great cross-section of business, healthy business, the not so healthy, but everything in between. And then the carriers that only do like 1 or 2 of them well they just end up being niche carriers. They don't get the best cross-section of healthy clients. What carriers want